It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. And it's all up next.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Gillette. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him, tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show, and yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
May will throw to get us started here. Throwing the out route complete. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. It's a pickup of 11. And now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. First down, ball at the 36. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air on first down, May. That's taken in by Henry. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 39. He'll get this to Henry. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. To the air yet again, May. Henry on the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Third and a lone yard coming up. May looking to throw. He's got a man left, and he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down from the red zone. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back. Waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Plowing up the middle. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that play good enough for a first. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. From the gun is Prescott. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
Patriots, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriots running their offense out there. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Dumps it off to his running back.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Kavontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, Prescott. Looking to his fullback now. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This finds Cooks complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to the well again. This is ahead for about 5. Christian Barmore with the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Patriots take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Here's New England, ready once again on offense. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Looking right, and he finds him. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. May now. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's May to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Cut by Gibson. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is May. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
4th down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the 1st time. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first is Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Gay's kick is good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. That's taken in by Henry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we've arrived at halftime with the Cowboys enjoying a lead on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. First and 10 now from the 30. give now to the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, here's Dak. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Prescott here from the gun. Looking slant round, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Dak throwing again. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. Kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Another throw for Prescott. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Gay's kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a New England first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
To the air on first down, May. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down throw for May. Finds him on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Gibson here from the gun. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's May. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots start the second half with some needed points. Jalen Polk, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots drop the lead back to 13. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Christian Barmore with the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the gun is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Pats will take over. This, our last play of the quarter. May on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Henry. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. May now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it.
I think I have a pretty good sense who's going to get that game ball in the locker room. A second pick on the day. That's great stuff. I'd be stunned, frankly shocked, if this offense on the other side tries to go after him again. He is all over the ball today.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So it'll be 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Throwing again is Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Dak now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Buying some time left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Option give here. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Dak off the play fake. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Prescott set to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Running for it again. And he's brought down for a loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Cowboys in a good spot, up by 13. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm, he gets it again. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Gay's kick is good. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots offense all set to go. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. To the air yet again, May. Chased out to his right. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Working inside the red zone. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. On play action, here's May. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the up back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second down now, 7 to go. Up the middle, Vaughn. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.